A Quiet Place Day One introduces a whole new set of characters to the sci-fi horror series, but if you pay close attention, your viewing experience will be even more richly rewarded. John Krasinski became a household name as an actor, solidifying his place in pop culture history by playing prankster Jim Halpert on the NBC sitcom The Office. But he's since become synonymous with one of the most highly regarded horror franchises in recent memory in the form of A Quiet Place. The first entry was released in 2018 as it introduced moviegoers to an Earth overrun by blind aliens who hunt and kill people with their heightened hearing ability. With direction from Krasinski and a script by Brian Woods and Scott Beck, A Quiet Place was a huge hit at the box office. It quickly led to a sequel that was released in May 2021 and helped resurrect movie theaters in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic. The first two films focused on the Abbott family, who have survived in large part because they live on an isolated farm in the middle of a forest. Plus, they communicate using American Sign Language, as the daughter Regan is deaf. Their story wrapped up in A Quiet Place Part 2, making it so that any additional films in this franchise would have to focus on different characters in other parts of the world. And so, arriving in theaters in June 2024, A Quiet Place Day One is a prequel set on the day that the aliens arrived on Earth. But this time it takes place in the loudest urban area in the United States, New York City. Lupita Nyong'o and Joseph Quinn star as Sam and Eric, two strangers brought together by the invasion who lean on each other to survive. The story is almost completely separate from the first two films, except for one key detail. That would be the character of Djimon Hounsou Henri, who already appeared in Part 2 and now has a small part in Day One. In Part 2, Henri is the leader of a small colony of survivors on an island. Since the aliens can't swim, the island residents have been able to re-establish a somewhat normal life. Henri explains to the Abbott family and their friend Emmett that after the government discovered the creature's inability to swim, the National Guard attempted to move survivors out to the islands. Unfortunately, all of the commotion of trying to organize people onto boats created what was essentially an all-you-can-kill buffet of people. Of the 12 boats prepped for escaping New York City, only 2 made it out.
Anyway, you're here now. A new day.
When the Abbotts arrive, they tell Henri about their plan to broadcast the feedback of Regan's hearing aid over the island's radio system to kill the creatures. He then helps them on their mission, but when things look to be too dangerous, he decides against it to protect his own family. Tragically, he expresses this reluctance a little too loudly, and an alien that managed to make it to the island kills him. Knowing Henri's fate makes his inclusion in Day One all the more tragic, as his presence serves a dark omen for things to come. In Day One, Sam meets Henri at a theater in New York City while they're attending a marionette show, and his son takes a liking to Sam's therapy cat, Frodo. After the aliens attack the city, Henri helps Sam adjust to the new reality. In addition to teaching her that the creatures are attracted to sound, he brings her back into the theater for safety and proves to be a formidable leader in the face of danger. While Sam and Eric traverse around the city on their own mission, Henri guides survivors to the boats heading to the island. He also ends up being part of the film's emotional climax. Day One is very much Sam and Eric's story, but with Henri making his presence felt in these small but crucial moments, it allows the prequel to feel connected to the larger franchise in a satisfying way.